Custom Garage.
Hey guys, so this week's video we're gonna continue on the Mustang. We're gonna get some more parts done and put together. We are starting on the Jetta build. We're gonna show you the beginning of that, taking the Jeep apart and getting all that ready. Then we got a Mustang pedal car that I've restored, and we're gonna show you the video on that. There's a lot to cover this week. We'll get it in a short amount of time, but it should be a good video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy these, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. And let's get to the video. Okay, guys, so today we're gonna paint the kick panels. These kick panels have speakers built in. Obviously, by cutting the roof off to taking the package tray out, I have a few less places to put speakers. So this is a good option to give you some sound inside the car. And we'll get these things painted. I want to get them red. They only come in black, I guess. So first thing is I pried the cover off. And there's 4 screws inside. So we'll take the screws out. Okay, speakers come out with the wires. We're going to set these aside so I don't get any red paint on them. Okay, so now we got the speaker out. I'm going to scuff it with a gray scuff pad. We're going to light coat on this now. Wait 5 minutes. We'll come back and put a medium wet coat on. Gonna stick a couple caps underneath there, just so that this part isn't touching the table here. Okay, that's a light coat. We'll come back in 5 minutes and put a medium wet coat on it. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes now. We're gonna come back and give it a second coat. Okay, we'll come back in 15 minutes and get the red on this. Put a coat of gray on it, lighten it up, and then put the red on. May actually be a little easier than trying to cover that black. Okay, black's hard to cover, especially the red. It might take a lot of coats. So I'll put a coat of gray on it. That should make it a lot easier to cover. This is a real light coat just to cover the black, and that's all I'm trying to do. Like everything else, you want a nice uniform base coat, so make sure you cover all the black up with the gray evenly. If it looks a little blotchy, just come back over it lightly. Okay, I'm gonna give that a few minutes, let it flash off, and then we're gonna hit it with the red. Okay, so there's the kick panels. They're both done. Speakers back in. They look pretty good. Next thing we'll do, we'll tack the strikers, and we'll put those on. Okay, so we're putting the strikers in. These things are covered with coats of primer and coats of paint. So I'm running a tap through it. Just cleaning out my threads, making sure everything's good to go. Anytime you have this kind of work going on, you got a lot of paint in these things. This will save you a lot of aggravation just by cleaning out those threads now. I think I'll do it with a pair of icy grips. Yes, just run your tap through the holes. That gets all the paint out. It cleans up the threads nice. Makes it a lot easier to put it together. Now the threads are nice and clean. We got our brand new strikers. Now, for now, I'm just putting them in. I'll adjust them after I get the door put together. So that's that. The other one's basically the same way. Then we're gonna go back onto the door. Okay, the windows are on these two sides. I got the window over here in. So this door here needs to get put together next. But to do that, I got to take the fender off because the wiring for the door for the power windows has to go through the A-pillar, and that's going to require the fender to be out of the way to make a hole in there. So I don't know if I'll start that tonight or I'll be able to do it tomorrow. We'll start it, or Friday. But one way or the other, we'll get those things done soon. Hi guys, so today I'd like to introduce you to my 1995 Jeep Wrangler. Now, what we're doing here is this Wrangler, in all of its glory, is going to get mated up to this 1988 Volkswagen Jetta. So plans are swap the body onto this chassis, change over all the internal stuff so that all the inside stuff here works in the Jetta, and have ourselves a little four-wheel drive Jetta. So should be a fun project. Say the extra parts on this one that I don't need will go on this Jeep. It's an 87 Wrangler. Same body styles, 87 through 95, so anything that's on this that is good will be on this if it has it bad. Hopefully a couple simple, easy projects. First thing we'll do today, we're gonna take off the hood, the fenders, and the grill, get this off. We'll work our way towards the doors and the top, windshield. Pretty much everything on this Jeep's gonna get taken apart. We're gonna have other plans for this at a later date, but for now, let's get it all apart. We're gonna start off with the bolts. They're T40s. Take these off here. They're on here. There's 30s on the mirrors. A lot of stuff 10 millimeter underneath. All of these things are 10 millimeters. So we're just gonna get started on this thing and see how far we can get today. So first thing we'll do is take the plug off here. That's for that little light, which doesn't have a bulb in it, so it doesn't work now anyway. He's got a couple of clips on the side. Come on. Okay, so let's get this wire off the hood. Something connecting it to the truck. Since I'm not going to do anything off this hood right now, I'm going to leave everything on. Let's just take the hinge bolts out. Imagine that, they're loose, they actually come off. Hope I didn't speak too soon on that one. Okay, so what I do is I buy these little trays from the Harbor Freight, put some tape on them, mark it 95 Jeep. They got nice little slots. I'll put these in there. Oops, let's move you around a little bit. Then I'll mark it. Hood hinge. Now these are notes for me. Do the same thing for yourself. Whether I come back in a week, 6 weeks, a month, or a year, I'm gonna know where those bolts go. It makes the jobs a lot easier when you go to put them back together. Okay, easy as that, the hood's gone. Let's see what will be next. Just to take these bars out. I've got some tape. I'm going to label that wire connector so that when all these parts go into the Jetta, I'll know where each wire goes to as I just connect it. Took the fender liners off both sides. Let's see, there's a rubber filler in there that keeps debris out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 13 millimeter bolts there. There's at least 2 here on the bottoms. We'll get these off, and then we'll go up top, see what's up there. All right, so we gotta take the air cleaner off. Gotta take the overflow tank off, take the washer bottle off. Disconnect the wiring for the horn. These are loose now, so just a matter of looking down in there and seeing what's in there. So we're gonna see what's holding these. Not really sure. See, obviously the mice have been visiting this place, so we gotta get rid of some of that yuck. I mean, that's definitely disgusting. Washer bottle has 10 millimeter bolts on it, and the overflow tank has 10 millimeter bolts. The washer bottle has a Phillips screwdriver holding that in, and not really sure what's holding. Matter of fact, I might just leave it on there for now and see what happens. The airbox might just come with the fender for now. Okay, airbox is out, the overflow tank is out, the winch wiper tank is out. Next things we're gonna wanna take out is, let's see if I can get some light on this situation. That should help. The computer, I'm gonna take that plug out right there. It's like 7 or 8 millimeter on that. And the computer comes out, and the canister needs to come out. And then we can get down to the braces down there. Skull braces there, and then get to the bolts on the back of the fender. Okay, the vacuum tank is out. One line goes down to a metal line right here. I'll mark that vacuum canister. The other line goes to the intake. And that goes right here. And then the top line on top went to the air cleaner. Okay, we're looking down the side of the driver's side fender. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 13 millimeter bolts there. And then there's 2 braces down here, both with 13 millimeter nuts on a 13 millimeter bolt coming in from the inside of the fender well. And hopefully that'll be it to take this fender off. Okay, that's the driver's side fender off. Now we're gonna come on over to the passenger side fender and start getting all this off. Here we had some bolts for the battery box. There's one still down here. There's a couple here. We take this bracket off. It has 2 10 millimeters here and one here. And that was for the fuse box, which is down here right now. We'll get these off, and so we got another 13 millimeter up there. And there's some lines down here. We'll just connect all this stuff, drape it off it, and continue on taking this apart on this side. Okay, this bracket here goes on the right side fender, and it's for the jack. So it's got three 10mm bolts. We can get that off next. Now we're gonna take the radiator support off. We're gonna take out the headlight wire. There's a ground here. The wires go in through, down the bottom of the radiator support or grill. Come out over here to this headlight. So we're gonna take all this off. Bottom of the grill support is a 16mm bolt that goes in the bottom. We're gonna disconnect the radiator off of this. We're gonna take the grill off. Okay, so for tonight, we got the fenders off and the grill assembly off. Tomorrow, we're gonna work on getting the body disconnected from the frame and hopefully take the body off the frame, get the frame out of here, get the body out of here, and then start disassembling the frame, take the motor out, take the tranny out, suspension, and get the frame cleaned up. Well, that's a whole nother story, so we'll get to that later. Hey guys, so today I started stripping this down. I thought this would probably make a pretty cool video. It's a 1965, 66-ish Mustang pedal car. See, definitely some old school stuff here. I'm going to strip this thing down, refurbish it, gonna order some parts for it, and put this thing back in some pristine condition. Not looking to go all original. I'm gonna matte paint this to match my Mustang, but I thought it'd be a fun little project to take some videos of. So let's get going on this. Okay, we're going to do first taking the green off with some 36 grit on an 8-inch turbo. Okay, so that's it with the 36 grit. Took most of the green off. This car was originally red. I painted it green, gosh, in the early 90s for my son. He played around with it for in his childhood, and then ended back in the garage upstairs sitting. And oops, and there we are. I hit it now with 80 grit and try to get the rest of these colors off. Probably do a lot of hand sanding. There's a lot of these parts in here you just can't get to. So I'll hand sand the front, probably hand sand the back. It had a wooden seat here, which doesn't belong there. I'm gonna take this out and put the seat that belongs in it back in it. There's the back, I'll just sand all that. So there's still a lot more sanding to do. We'll come back after I get all sanded with the 80 grit. Okay, so it's all stripped. We started with the 36, started sanding with the 80. It got really slow, took forever. So then I broke out this hamburger wheel, and it cleaned up pretty well. Some spots I couldn't get to around the headlights and stuff. I got a little sandblaster. I blasted the front and backs and any of the spots I couldn't reach with the hamburger wheel. Now we're gonna put some rust converter on it. I'm using this rust reform from Rust-Oleum. I haven't used it before, so I guess hopefully it comes out good. It's got a 24-hour dry time, so I'm gonna put that on 2 coats tonight, and tomorrow we'll get some epoxy primer on this and treat it just like you would a car. Okay, that's the Rust-Oleum rust reform. Obviously it almost looks like a black paint, but it's really, really thin. Got 2 good coats on it. Now it says 24 hours to dry, so we'll get back to it tomorrow and see what happens. Get some epoxy on this and start doing the body work on it. This should be a quick little job. Okay, so today working on the 1966 Mustang pedal car. As you can see, I got body work done on this side of the car. Still got to do the hood and the trunk. And we've got plastic on this side. So we're going to get all this sanded up and get some mud on the tops to get all the dents fixed on this. And hopefully get this thing in primer today. All the parts are in for it, so it's just a matter of getting it done now. Looks good. Put on all the primer I mixed, probably 3-4 coats, lock it up in a couple days, and by the weekend we'll get some red on this thing. Okay, so the Mustang's primed. We put on some of the powdered guide coat, and now we're gonna start sanding. Get this thing all sanded up hopefully today, and then in a couple of days maybe we'll get some paint on this thing. Okay, so we got 3 coats of base on this, and now I'm putting on the clear. It's going to go pretty quick. I'm going to put on 3 coats of clear, or actually 3 coats of mid-coat clear, and then we'll put on 3 coats of clear over that. Okay, we've got 3 coats of mid coat on here. This looks really nice. Now we're going to put on 2 coats of clear, and we'll be done with this, then we start putting her together. Okay, so there she is painted. 66 Mustang pedal car. Painted her the same color my 68 is. I'll turn shut that light off so we don't get such a reflection off it. But there she is. She looks good. Can't wait to put all the parts on it now. Okay, so there you have it. 1966 Mustang pedal car. Got a new steering wheel, new windshield, new taillights, new hubcaps, put a new seat in it. Got a new grille, painted the headlights and the front bumper. So this is all set. If you guys like this stuff and like to see more other things I got going on, hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like. That really helps out the channel. And hit notifications if you want to be notified when there's more videos coming up. Right now I'm in the summertime. I'm trying to run like one every 2 weeks. Maybe when it gets more a little colder out, I'll run maybe one a week. But for now, we got, the Mustang build. They got the Jeep getting torn down for the Jetta. And this here is all finished up. So we're just gonna keep on. I got a few other toys out there to play with. I got a 67 Mustang that I picked up that I want to start on, and a 95 Camaro Z28. So we got a lot of projects to do, and we're gonna start hitting them up a little at a time. Thanks for watching.